Hello, everyone. So we are going to discuss about share units, which is an element. Actually, it's a slide that's supposed to be discussed in week 5. Okay, so I have combined this particular single slide with slides from the ones after that, so that will be it will give a more a more complete picture of what share units are. So we don't have to repeat it again when we cover SMA. Now, we are going to discuss the definition. What are share units? Okay, what are the importance of share units and how you can find where you can find share units in the documents related to Strata. Okay, now. So what are share units? Okay, share units of the parcels is a number that represents a number, okay, of shares allocated proportionately on each parcel within the same development. So share units are values, share values, which is expressed in whole numbers. So there cannot be a percentage. It must be whole numbers, 108, 104, and so on and so forth. So each parcel, doesn't matter whether it's apartments, whether it's office, retail, any strata parcel will be assigned with a share unit. It will be assigned with share units. Okay. So if you can imagine, okay, you try to imagine the strata development or strata scheme as a company having shareholders. Okay, each shareholder having a certain number of shares, and that gives certain rights, certain liabilities, certain obligations regarding the company. So it's the same concept here. Okay, for strata schemes, you have for proprietors who hold share units that is related to his parcel that he owned in that particular strata scheme. So the share units of each parcel is stated in the parcel strata title. So that is where you can find the strata units. Okay. Share units shall determine proprietors' voting rights at MC meeting. When the poll is taken, the voting rights to the share units will be proportionate to his weightage of his vote. Share in the common property. So if this is share in the common property, if it's reflected in its share units, then contribution amount to seeking fund and also contribution or payment to the common properties management and maintenance cost is also reflected by the share units. Okay, and finally, right to share in any distribution of surplus funds or compensation received. Maybe there's a land acquisition by the government for part of the land on which the strata scheme stands. So land is the common property, so any compensation paid must be apportioned or allocated accordingly to all proprietors of the strata scheme according to his share units. Calculation of share units is now under first schedule. So before SMA, there are various methods of calculating share units. Sometimes can be unfair, sometimes can be non-transparent. So that's why the SMA introduced the formula for share units under the first schedule. So it's more transparent and more equitable now. Now, before SMA, share units were determined based on various factors such as parcel size, the location, parcel use, so many bases. Okay, and each state have their own guidelines. So Federal Territory has one, Selangor has one. So it creates an uncertainty among buyers, among developers. Strata owners only know of their share units after they receive their IDT. So the share units uncertainty will only be known after the title has been received, and strata titles may take years to be issued. So that's why there's a lot of uncertainties there. Now, after SMA introduced a more certain, transparent, equitable guideline in calculating share units. So as per the first schedule, formula of calculating share units under first schedule is also applicable for any MCs if developer surveyor has not still has not determined the share units for the pre-SMA parcel. So for the older developments without share units, so the formula given under SMA now can be used there. Now certificate of share unit formula or SIFUS must be obtained from the PTG. Okay, sekarang ini now all applications to get the sijil formula unit share itu must be made to the pengarah PTG. Okay, pengarah PTG will receive all the applications together with all the accompanying documents. Yeah, pengarah PTG will issue the approval of the SIFUS. Developers are required to show the allocated share units at places where are accessible to the buyers, on the strata plans, on displays at the sale office. So must be shown to potential buyers. The potential buyers now may know beforehand, before buying their parcels, what their allocated share units are. So this creates a layer of transparency for buyers. Now, the SIFUS application must be followed or must be must also be submitted together with all these matters. Relevant matters are settled for conversion, for amalgamation, settled already. All caveats are irrevoced. Receipt of payment, receipt of quit rent, SIFUS application form, copy of development order, copy of the approved building plan, receipt of survey fees, so copy of the spreadsheet. This is for the officer at the PTG to check whether the formulas are correct. And then the formula itself, the SOP, and then the certificate. Okay, this is the first schedule. This is the first schedule of SMA in which it contains the formula for computation of the allocated share units. Okay, so here the important thing that I want to highlight is must be fair and equitable. So it says here, for example, if any area is not specified in the SMP, the area shall be determined in accordance with the approved building plan relating to the parcel. As such are the means that are fair and equitable. So that is the guiding principle in arriving at the share units of the parcel. So mestilah adil, mesti adil dan mesti sama. Now, this is the actual formula. The actual formula is area of parcel times weightage factor 1 times weightage factor 2 plus the area of accessory parcel times the weightage factor 3. So this one and this one. This one refers to the weighted area according to 2 weightage factors. And this one is the weighted accessory parcel according to the weightage factor 3. Okay, so WF1 is the weightage factor for type. WF2 is the weightage factor for the whole floor parcel. WF3 is the weightage factor for the accessory parcel. Okay, I will show you one by one what each weightage factor contains. So it says here, if you have more than one accessory parcel, you must add on this one. So you have the area of accessory parcel 1 times WF3 plus lagi area of accessory parcel 2 times WF3 and so on and so forth. Okay, so selalunya, usually accessory parcels are car parks, but sometimes it may include things like storage and aircon ledge. So maknanya it depends on the parcel itself, how many accessory parcels they have. And finally, share unit shall be expressed as whole numbers. Mesti dalam nombor bulat in whole numbers. So if it's 0.4, the nearest whole number is 1.8. So the smaller number just now. But 0.5 you round up to the higher number. If 0.7 is easy, so you go to the higher number as well. So now we are going to see what is WF1, WF2, and WF3. WF1 is for types of parcels. So you have here 8 types of parcels from apartments, office, retail, hotel, industrial complex, car park, shop house, and land parcels. You can see here without air conditioning and with air conditioning. Okay, so for each of the segment here, with and without and with, you have the common lift or no lift, common lift or no lift. So maknanya aircon, no aircon, no aircon, aircon, lift, no lift, lift, no lift. So for each type, you can see the difference. So you can see here for without air conditioning is lower than with air conditioning. Okay, but within that one, the one without air conditioning, the one without the lift is lower than with the lift. Okay, so you can see the logic there. So this one reflects the higher maintenance cost, higher maintenance and charges, maintenance and management, the security, the lighting, and the aircon, and things like that. So for each type also, there's a difference in the weightage. You see here for apartments and retail, retail pays more than apartments because of the, like I said just now, the element of services given to the retail is higher than the element of services given to apartments. Okay. The next one, WF2. Okay, WF2 is for the fact that whether each of the parcel contains lift core or not, vertical transportation core or not. So this one is apa nama tu with, sorry, this one is including, maknanya ada lift. So ini yang walk up punya type of parcels. No lift 0.5, with lift 0.8, and not whole floor area, smaller ones 1. Maknanya there's no, tak ada discount factor there, 1 to 1. Okay. Next one is the weightage factor for accessory parcel. You can see here it's only divided into 2 categories: outside building, within building. So normally for car parks lah, car parks outside building, car parks within building. You can see here for car parks within building is higher than the outside building. Again, reflects the services received. So that's all. Okay. We will continue with other parts of the SMA. It is okay. Happy learning. Bye.